gathered some of the industry's top builders and fabricators on this stage to show you their skills live and in person. Watch as they chop, grind, and weld their creations into existence right before your very eyes. Feel free to ask questions at any time directly to your host, Pat Jansen. The doors to the shop are open, so pull up a stool, kick back, and welcome to the Grease and Gears Garage.
Gears Garage getting rolling here at the Roadhouse in Laconia. Thank you guys for stopping in. Lots of stuff happening here in case this is your first time seeing Grease and Gears Garage. What we do is everything that we normally do in our shop. Me and Mark from Flat Broke Chop Rods. We're joined by Jack today. Anything from, we're going to hardtail a Sportster up here later in the week. We did air ride with Scully's earlier. Rich Petoniak coming on later today. He's going to be doing a CV carburetor. And right now we're going to take the Twisted Tea giveaway motorcycle. And we're going to see what happened here. We first got this mic pack that's breaking up. When we first got this bike finished, we started out with the cheapest way you could go about the suspension. So this was a 91 Softail. We went to the John Shope FLH style swing arm, and then we went with cheap coil-over shocks to see how we could do with it. We had 11.5s. We went up to 13. It really needs to be somewhere in the middle, so that suggests that we just upgrade to air ride. So what we're going to do today, through the help of our partners over at Legends Air Suspension, Jesse Jorns, thank you very much. Go check them out. We're going to take these coilovers off, and we're going to replace that with the Legends outboard air suspension. That way, when we park the motorcycle, we have the ability to drop it down, slam it on the ground.
Straight cholo.
But you can also bring it up, do some real riding with it. So we're going to get started with this. This isn't a real technical thing, man. We're going to show you, like, the guys at Legends have really gone out of their way to make sure the package that they put together
definitely a nice setup.
is well thought out. So we're going to get started here. Mark has already got things on the way of being torn down.
The compliments and the comments that I've been hearing, people were stunned that you put the swing arm on a Softail. Like, you thought either a Softail, or, it's a completely different bike for really a minimal investment. And it looks, it's just amazing looking. The covers, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, turned out
People
nice.
have been
Casey.
absolutely flipping over it.
Casey again, we say his name a lot.
Yeah. Casey Kennel did this paint. But just like you said, what was nice about this is we started with a $2,500 donor bike. And a lot of guys that have seen our year after year, they've seen the Twisted Tea builds that we've done. They were really, really complicated and really intensive. But this year specifically, we wanted to build an everyman motorcycle. Yeah. So this is something you can go out, $2,500, you put a few $1,000s after it. We got the Clockworks killer fenders. It just went right on this thing. Everything that John Shope does with the dirty tail and his exhaust, and it's a completely different motorcycle.
And everybody loved the chopper. Everybody loved it. But the average person sees the long bike and thinks, I could never ride that, or I'd love to own that, but they don't realize how amazingly that bike rides, but they're afraid. You nailed it. This is an everyman's bike. Who wouldn't want to run down the road 8 miles an hour, one hand on the bars, one hand on your lap on this thing? It's gorgeous.
And the best thing is, I was almost embarrassed to say this, when we got to the end of this build, but I never turned my torch on the whole time we were building this. I didn't weld anything. It was all about picking the right parts, everything that worked together. The hardest thing was converting over from a Softail Custom to the old style nacelle. So we had to take the trees and back up to where we would get like the Fat Boy style trees, and then we had to back up. Luckily, our friends over at JP Cycles make this whole kit that onto a Fat Boy you can put this nacelle style.
So Mark was telling me earlier too, rather than having to torch it, what was the product that you put in to change that rake without having to cut anything?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what you could do with just a little bit of money. Would you ever, 10 years ago, would you ever imagine there was such a thing in the world as a $2,500 Softail?
Yeah, no. Because you remember, man, when Softails first came out, they were so hot, people were stealing them. You couldn't even leave your Softail sit somewhere.
Year and a half waiting list to grab a Softail.
So, of course, the first thing that we do when we get our hands on a cheap Softail is take the Softail completely off of it.
Yeah. Well, I always said there's nothing soft about a Softail.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was cool for a time, but you know, this is, let me see if I can get to, maybe up to camera one. This is the central part of Legends Air Ride suspension that makes it so nice. With these brackets here on the side, you can see how easy this is, that you literally just connect right to the frame rails on the underside. Everything's done right there, man. I mean, you know, not even soldering. They got these nice Deutsch connectors. Everything's going to go together really simple and easy. It's fail-proof for guys like me and Mark.
Jack.
And Jack. I guess I should leave this up here. If I put Mark's stuff out of order, I'm in trouble.
Somebody gonna get yelled at.
So a couple guys were asking us where Pat Jansen is. If you hear in the beginning of our intro, you know, Pat's a pretty popular guy around the country, and they're like, oh, did you fire Pat? No, he better dealed us. He's in the Republic of Texas.
Actually, no, it was Heather that fired Pat. I think that's the rumor going around the interwebs right now.
So what Mark's getting figured out right now is the thumb buttons for the up and down of the air ride, and even this, you know,
So simple.
pre-made, simple.
Clean.
Yeah, it's clean.
Yeah, it's definitely a system that's for the personal, you know,
It just looks like part of the assembly anyway.
for,
You know what
for
I
the
mean?
self, you know, installment. So
What are the bars? Whose bars are these?
These were actually from Paco, man.
Sweet. Fat.
Yeah.
Nice bends. You
Yeah.
can feel the quality in them. You feel the weight, you know?
I like Paco's stuff. You know, we obviously have a partnership with them. They make a bunch of stuff for us, and everything that we, you know, year after year building choppers for Michael Lichter's show, like Paco's always on the spot. But like you said, the quality. You know, when you go to their facility, it's like an acre by an acre under roof, and everything that happens on those products happens under that roof. So it starts out, raw materials come in one side of the building, they get made into the parts, chromed to their final finishes, and come around the middle where they get packed up and shipped out. I mean, everything under one roof.
Precision. America.
okay. So option-wise, we have a few different options, like whether you want to, I guess, stuff this in the bars, you know, however you want to do it. I mean, I guess for time-wise, right now.
Yeah, right now
Chase
for
the
this
cable.
We're gonna run
purpose.
it on the
Chase the cable.
Yeah, we're gonna run it on the inside of this.
Yeah.
You know, hide it a little bit, but and obviously it's got its connector and everything on it. So if you work it out the right way, you can hide everything, which is the ticket. You know, all I can think about right now is Strazo yelling about cover the paint. You know, cover the paint. What's the matter with you, Casey? If I scratch it, I'm sorry.
I go straight up to the corner.
If Casey sees you scratch his paint
Casey loves me. We'll be all
on
right.
national television,
Casey, oh, see what I did, Jack?
I was eyeing up Chris's precision work. It's a shame too, because the clutch cable's just a little fatter. You could almost, that wire's so
Hide it.
thin, you can
Yeah.
almost sneak it through this side.
Yep.
Now, is there a difference? It's reversible? You can run left side, right side for the buttons. It doesn't matter.
I don't think it
You
would
know,
really
I-
matter, would it?
I think if you asked
Up, down.
them for it, what's that?
Is it up? Is there an up, down? I mean, I guess there has to be. So
Yeah.
In all reality,
Up could be down and down could
That's
be
a
up.
good question. So, a lot of this stuff that we do, not only do we do it here on Greasy Gears Garage, but it ends up as a tech article in Cycle Source magazine. So, before we get this out in tech, I'll get that question answered from Jesse.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling people earlier too, explaining what we do, that if they've missed anything, we're figuring 5 years since we started this. That first year at the Broken Spoke, every single piece is archived. You can
Yep.
go back to the very beginning of the first time we ever did this, and every single installation, every tech tip, every interview is archived. So you can go back, find something that you're interested in, and it's all there. Where you going, Big Daddy?
I said obviously you can't hide it perfectly,
Right.
but
No.
you know we're getting there. We could have flipped it around and ran it down the
Well,
bar.
for today's purposes, I mean,
Yeah.
if you were going to put this on as you were building, you'd just tap those bars and run it through,
Right,
you know? I say another 2 months, 3 months, that's going to be a Bluetooth system,
Yeah.
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Right?
It'll be voice activated, lower. And if the paint looks like it's covered in dust, not at all. It's just a shadow. It's a shadow from the wind. The paint is perfect, which is the number one comment and compliment is the paint.
Oh, yeah.
People are just blown away by the paint.
And you know, that's funny too, because everybody was so sure when we started building these bikes for Twisted Tea that we were going to do ugly theme bikes, and there's no way to make a yellow bike look cool.
Yellow. Where do you go with yellow?
I go to Casey Kennel, and I say, hey,
Dole.
we got to do another crazy yellow bike. What's up?
Hey, we've actually been we've been really lucky because in all reality, Bob Streets killed it with the chopper.
Oh yeah.
Hands down, did an amazing job. And you know, the second one, me and Chris sort of painted blind in a sleep. So, but we've been real lucky with the people that have been jumping and helping.
But that's the thing.
There's some amazing craftsmanship that goes on.
As great as those paint jobs were, the icing on the cake always was Casey coming in. And when he lays those stripes out, man, it just brings all that work from the paint, it just brings it out like mad.
I mean, you know, talk about jealous. Like, he could put on a show. People would line up just to watch him paint.
Oh, yeah.
Travel all over the country to get to see him do it. And he just drives down the road from up the street, stops in your place, don't say a word, picks up his brushes.
You want me to
and
start taking this up?
Just starts laying stripes.
Yeah, we can get ready to race it. The wires run. We don't have anything secured yet, but obviously, you know, you get the point. We're going to end up running it. Yeah, and we're going to get it up in the air. The cable, the connection comes out right above your battery. So all you got to do now is find somewhere to mount this setup.
So if you guys haven't seen this motorcycle, this is a thing our friends at Twisted Tea do every year. They have us.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They have us build this motorcycle 3 years. This is the third one. They have us build a motorcycle for no other reason than to take it around the country, and at the end of the year, they give it away. So it's free to enter. You can go on twistedtea.com and have a chance to win this bike. Year after year, they're doing this to show some love back to the people out at the rallies that are so excited about their product. And, you know, Billy and everybody at Twisted Tea, we can't thank them enough.
What can you say more about Billy? So,
Billy, you're like,
right. So obviously, it's that simple.
Like Madonna.
There's your harness. Your wire comes up here, runs down to the compressor. So once we get to that, nice setup. Everything's done. Sorry, man.
No, you're good.
So there's enough clearance where you can run this and without having to even pull your tanks off. You could cable tie that control cable right to the backbone.
We taking them off now?
Yeah, we can mount the pump. I mean, if we follow their steps, so, you know, which is pretty much what we set up. Wiring's in there. We have the wiring. They give you a really nice, like, little step setup. Super simple. Really nothing to it. Step 2's the wiring, which obviously we ran it. We have the harness in our hand right here. Step 3's mounting the pump, which you're going to see is as simple as the rest of the stuff we've done so far.
So we want to go to.
Let's bring the pump
and for
over.
most people, here's the terror right here. The wiring sends chills down my spine.
It's done for you.
Yeah,
Look at this harness.
Look how nice they do. The whole harness is pre-made. Literally, you're going to plug in to the pump.
Plug and play.
Battery. You're out the door.
I could do this. Like, I could do this and sleep at night, not thinking there's going to be a fire.
Yep. Already done.
Yeah, and, you know, you can see the 2 wires coming out of the pump on the other side. So there's the pump attachments right there. So all we do is pick the location that we want it and set it up in place.
Well, go ahead. I'm going to stop touching stuff because I keep picking the wrong thing.
Well, I mean, you're going to end up being the one that decides where you want it. Put it that way. You know what I mean? So
this disappears in the spot where the Softail shocks
were.
It just disappears.
How nice is that? And actually, see how it's wide open down here for us. I mean, this is perfect.
So, I mean, in all reality, we can. I'm assuming you can go either way. It doesn't limit you to going one way.
And to tell you the truth, I didn't even look in the directions to see which way
It almost looks like that's meant to be right there, you know?
I mean, that goes
We
to
just
the
got to
rear.
watch that belt.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'd assume this way gives you the most room. So
Yeah.
to me, this would be.
Yep.
So if you could take those two. Am I close?
You got to move
I'm
up
not
that
exactly
way. You're
sure
on this
what you're
boss.
trying to do.
Okay.
Oh, I
Move
see
up
where you're
there.
at.
There
Wait,
you
no.
go.
There you go. So you want me to thread it in?
Yep. You can get that into the
Try.
hook.
Oh,
Nice.
for the purposes of television.
So I'm going to
We're
move
on,
this
brother.
jack up for you
My
guys.
God. And that's without reading glasses. I did that.
Yeah, I mean, you have the ability to take the,
It's
take
the
it up
little
as high as you
victories.
want. Watch the ferry.
Yeah, I just
Two
wanted to
pieces
get
of
that out of
wood.
the way.
So the other side,
You need me to loosen it a little bit?
an Allen socket takes the other side down. Can you take the jack up?
Yep.
Excuse me.
So we need to do that side first.
Can you believe how easy that slides in there?
Okay, so we got our position, right? So pull that back out of there, Chris.
Go ahead. Oh,
Hey, watch, you don't drop it.
That's the most important part. So you should be able to set
Now-
yourself in place there.
Before we tighten that, how about that oil drain line?
Well, I have that
And you got
sitting-
access to that still?
Yeah, I have it sitting right on the edge there. So
Oh, yeah, yeah.
still
Oh,
comes
it's just
out.
hanging.
Yep. We can take that and zip tie it anywhere we want.
Wow, talk about clean setup. It just disappears in there.
I can't get to the.
It feels almost like it wants to cross thread right at the very beginning. And then
How you doing there,
catches.
Chris? Are the wires in?
Wires are out the back.
Yep, we're gonna want the wires to come up here if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. Yeah, that's what I'd say. That way we can hook them
That
up
might
right
have been what
underneath.
kept it from making the clearance.
No, we're.
Can you get to it?
No, I think we're gonna have to. Let me come over there. I want you to come look at this. I think we have to make a little adjustment.
Width of the frame is different. Maybe that's an
Yeah.
option that they don't give you.
It's at an off, slightly
We
off
need to-
angle,
yeah,
so
we
it
need
feels
to
like it
bring
wants
that.
to cross thread, and then it catches.
Okay, hold on. Let it down, Chris.
I think we need to egg this out a little bit.
Well, let's give it a shot here. Okay, go ahead. Slide that up some.
Okay, hold it.
Give me 1 second.
There it is. Oh,
See what I'm saying?
And it's almost it's too short.
Yeah.
So I see what you're saying. You want to go back.
wait. What if we slid that right a half inch towards Chris, quarter inch towards Chris? It looked like it would catch perfectly. We were up here with the bolt,
Let me move it the other
with
way.
the brackets a quarter inch further back. So we got to get to the back of the hole.
Yep.
Let me see if I can get that.
Could
As
you-
I'm beating you with my braids.
You won't. You're too far back. You know what I
This
mean?
way.
So let's
Where the hell
slide
did
it.
the bracket go?
See how far forward it is?
Yeah.
So if you take a picture of that,
Oh, I thought I had it.
now you're on the frame.
Oh, you got it?
It felt like it caught.
Now you're going up in between the frame and the bracket.
Yeah,
You
you're
know what
right.
I
I
mean?
think you got to just notch that open a little bit
So,
bigger.
and there's no adjustment on this side, right? I mean, that's
No.
obviously solid. So I'm assuming what we need to do is
Get a measurement where that's at.
So it looks like that hole has to go way back.
Almost even. So, I mean, we're all the way back here is where this needs to be set. I don't know if there's any way they can see it. Can you pull that side all the way down?
Yep.
And what we're gonna do is just take a measurement. That would probably be
tap that plate instead of
No,
stretching it?
I think the smartest thing to do is what we're running into is we need this to be mounted. I'm not sure what camera we're looking through, but we need this hook. They have it to only push back that far. We need it back this far. Apparently, frame dimension is going to be it's going to be a big concern at this point. So, let's get a measurement.
Well, and I wonder too if newer model Softails, once they went to the fatter rear tire,
Possibly,
if
yeah.
that little difference is the difference in the frame right there.
Well, this is the thing. Like, this kit is for an FLH.
Right.
Right.
We're doing this as an FLH, but we're still dealing with the back half of a Softail.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
having a little adjustment like
and
this
that's
is
all
not
that
a.
is literally a
Yeah.
little adjustment.
So what we need to do, obviously, is take a tape measure from inside a frame rail to inside a frame rail, and that's the benefit of YouTube and stuff these days. Is
Yeah.
a lot of
Oh,
people
God.
now can jump on and see and watch people do this.
Yeah.
But the guessings, I mean, if you're mechanically inclined, you have it. You have it. You know what I mean?
So you'll get what we're doing here in all reality. So we are at.
Where?
You hold that there, Jack.
Yep, you got it.
Need to turn it down a little further. I guess you want to set that bracket. And we're at about 7.5 inches. So on that
Bragger.
bracket, I got it, Jack.
Always
Okay.
bragging.
So obviously on this bracket, we're 7.5 inches.
What do you need, the other bracket?
We need the other piece to mount it on there, so we know exactly where we're measuring from.
Okay.
It'll be 7.5 inches is our hole. Wait. I'd say somewhere right around there. Yeah.
Well, I get it.
Yeah. Hold up.
Okay.
Okay. So now obviously he's gonna drill that out. Do you have that drill? Or you want my Makita?
That's good.
Let me get a block of wood.
Get my old guy glasses on.
Oh, hold it. Okay. Do we have the Oh,
Is this
boy.
where you're gonna say take a picture?
Multitasking.
Well, I'm doing
If you'd
a
like to
tech
know how to
article
lose
too.
a finger, kids, here you go. Here's example number one.
Here, now you're bringing Josh up again, you know?
Sorry, Josh.
Sorry,
Wow.
Josh. That Jack boy, I'll tell you.
I mean, seriously, like, you talk about somebody who just got awful luck.
Where
We
did
are,
the,
we
what's
are
it?
twins separated at birth.
This one.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's what we're looking for right there. So obviously, make sure you fit in there. Let's see. It's nice
Go
and tight.
big?
That's where we want it. No, let's
You sure?
let's give it a shot.
Alrighty.
Is this hot? Is this live? Is this actually working?
No, I'm just taking pictures.
Oh,
That good for you?
Yeah. You want me to get
Yep,
mine
yep,
started?
You might as well get yours started.
Okay.
I mean, it's a great setup. I mean, obviously, you're going to run into, like we talked about, frame
Yeah, oh,
dimensions.
sure.
If you do something, make your own frame or whatever, that's nice because with this bracket,
All right.
you just adjust it to your whatever you need.
well, there's plenty of meat left on the product.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
That's always my biggest fear: stretching something, tapping something, making something bigger, and losing that structural integrity of it. You know, that thing's a hunk of metal.
Yes, it is.
We are installing a good old hunk of metal.
Okay. I want to get it down on.
Like I was saying about the bars, you can feel the quality in this.
Oh,
This isn't some piece of tin.
A little bit more, Chris, hold up.
Yeah.
So, need that. Let's see how we line up.
Can you say dead nuts on the air here?
What's that?
I said, can you say dead nuts on air?
It's a industry term.
We could if it was.
There you go, right there.
Go. That looks like it.
Perfect. Look at that little adjustment. Took us an extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, in all reality, now
Like a
it's,
glove.
now it's the way you need it, you know?
Yep.
That is a clean setup, man. Staring at it, it disappears.
So questionably, you know, this is a Loctite situation here.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So now that we have it lined up,
So how's the clearance with the belt?
well,
Oh,
we're
it's
not.
like
We're going to
it's-
be.
It's like there's nothing there.
Yeah, because we're on the other side.
Yeah.
So, you know, now that we have it
Okay.
lined up, I'm going to pull the bolt back out. Chris is going to just a dab will do you. It's going to go right back up into the same spot. We don't have to worry about it. So, should line right back up. Nope, you're missing it. There you go.
I missed what? You stay on your side of the bike.
Whoa. Talking to a guy all wrong. Your mom sew? Ever sew this?
Yeah. Tommy, you ever seen a grown man naked?
You ever been to a grown man's locker room before, son?
Timmy, do you like movies about gladiators?
Okay, so there you go. Pump's pretty much in. Our wiring is hanging right here, whichever direction we're coming from. So now we'll be
Take a
able
picture
to,
of this for me.
You know, there'll be a nice shot under here of the camera. There's our dump valve right here.
Okay.
And I think actually let's come forward some, Chris.
Hang
Just
on
a hair.
1 second. Okay. Let me get mine in again.
Okay. And I'll tell you, let's make sure I can move forward.
So, back to Twisted Tea and Billy for a minute,
Oh boy.
because he's my brother and I got a joke on him. Why is that?
Hold up, I'm still.
That doesn't feel good. There you go.
Okay, something on your side is holding me from moving that way.
Well, yeah, I got the clamp in.
Well,
Oh,
how
I got a boss right here. You're not
How
going
far
to
can
move
we
any
go
further.
forward?
That's
I
it.
mean, the dump is right there.
That's all you're getting.
So let me make sure I'm okay with what we got going on here.
So, Billy, what I was saying is every year when we finish one of these bikes, he's apprehensive about riding it. And, you know, was that way with the chopper when we got done, was that way with the tracker. And this one was the same thing. And I'm like, just ride it, man. Just ride it. We build these because they're fun.
Right. I mean, and technically, you're not tearing down the street in a brand new bike.
Yeah.
You know, it's already had its first scratch. What's the worst that can happen?
But I love that he has that much,
Yeah.
you know, that much respect for it.
Like taking a piece of art off the wall.
Yeah. Okay, so we got that Loctited and tightened up and good to go. Oh, I see what you were talking about.
See the other thing I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'll be okay. It's not, you know, is it hitting that?
No.
So, I mean, obviously, you know, we could bump it back a hair to keep it off of it. That's a dump. That doesn't do anything.
It's
so,
just a dump, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
As long as
let's-
our lines are good, we're
Yep,
good.
Your lines are wide open, so
Yeah.
let's loosen up and bump it back a hair.
Okay.
I think that's our best bet.
Because it's definitely off of it.
Yeah.
So the thing we're talking about, if you guys are listening to us, you obviously can't see under here. The dump valve is pointed right at the fifth bolt on the transmission. It's not touching it, but we're just going to slide it back a little touch. We good? Jack, grab me a dead blow hammer.
Give me an idea of which box you're in here.
Second drawer down, bottom box. Go right there. One of them orange ones or that black one will do wonderfully. That's it. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
There we go.
Tomorrow we'll teach Jack the name of tools. So, Chris, I got some news. I was going to hold off for a second before I
poor
told
Jack.
you, but I think you're going to be excited.
Every town we show up in, we got some new crazy shit. Today we wrangled him into mini bike racing with us.
Funny
And
that
Diane-
you just mentioned that.
Diane said you're not allowed.
Did you see the two kids right here and just pulled up?
No.
Say, excuse me, we brought our mini bikes for the races. Where do we bring them? I
Nice.
said, give me a few minutes. We have
So, happy
outside
with that?
entries.
Yep.
So we have our valve right here. Goes in any direction pretty much.
Let me get a picture. Looking good. Okay. What's step 3? We did step 3.
Yeah, we did step 3.
Step 4?
Shocks.
Shocks. So I'm going to take the shocks off. You got the ramp?
Are we allowed to work while this song's on? Don't we all just stop and pause, put our hand over our heart?
Again?
Listen to the song.
I live on this road. You hear?
What's that?
John Denver, baby.
Yeah. Did you say you live on that road?
Yeah.
That's no joke.
West Virginia.
Yeah, no.
Tell me when the wheel's up.
Excuse me. Once again, coughing in the microphone.
Right there.
There it is.
Good?
Yep.
I thought about that. I was thinking, because it's chilly, I was thinking maybe a booty shaking.
Yeah, and like I said, man, totally nothing wrong with this the way it is, other than the fact that, you know, when you pull in, you definitely want to slam that thing down on the ground and really,
Oh, hell yeah.
you know. And I mean, the performance of an air ride suspension is undeniable. The benefits over top of a conventional coilover.
Game changer, baby. Game changer.
Yeah, it is in all reality.
But
you know what I mean?
And
in
I
our
gotta tell you, I think
in
it's
our
sexy as
neighborhood,
hell. The entire setup on this bike is just sexy as hell. I mean, this is just giant hunks of
And where
shiny
we live,
metal from days gone by, you
where
know?
we live, it's a big benefit.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, in our benefit, in our neighborhood, being ghetto fabulous.
Yeah, right.
That's real, baby. The struggle is real.
Fabulous.
All right, so our conventional
I'd be able
coilover
to
shocks
take
are
this
gone.
bike to work and get away with
Yeah,
it.
oh,
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Got enough power
Them
to
boys
split
would love it
lanes
there.
and jam traffic.
Yep.
Here's our new air ride shocks from Legend. Are we gonna go forward, backward with the?
I'm assuming Legends out,
Okay.
right? I mean, are they both out?
But
the
are we gonna
same
go
way?
forward or backward? No, they're either way.
So, yep, that's us forward.
Okay.
So, you got that side, right?
What's that?
You
So
you're
hold
going
up a
back
second.
with the
He wants
Chris.
them. He
Hey,
said he
Chris.
wants them forward.
Look, so they show us here, you know, they give you the setup with their shims and all that. They give you all the shims.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, you know, like I said, we're following along. You know, not everybody does this, but so there's all of our shim options.
Well, let's see where this one sits, because obviously we're using Shope's
Right.
Shope setup to begin with,
Thank you.
and we may or may not
yeah,
need
right. We're right
shims.
over
We
by the
won't know
main
until
tent.
we get.
So see where,
We're definitely gonna need something.
okay.
I hate
So,
to
Because,
interrupt while you guys
just-
are working, but man, the mini bike action is getting serious, Chris.
Is it?
Apparently, there may be a group of mini bikers up at the top of the hill.
which one you going with?
The top one, I'm gonna go with one of these small. At the top of the hill, what?
Apparently, they're lining up mini bikes. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I
yeah.
hope I didn't misunderstand, but he's like, I
And
don't
it
want to
shows
just have
on
them
the-
riding
it
down.
shows on the directions that there's a difference between which side you mount.
Okay.
So
So we're right.
Depends
yeah,
on
it's
how much
showing-
she's had to drink, I
It's
believe.
showing that piece out, which, you know, if you're looking, you can see the clip This one here, you can see the clip. You're looking for
Okay.
that snap clip. So we are apparently doing something right.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
now
go
you're
one of
changing
those
it
each
up.
way for
Inside
these
and
tops.
outside.
Yep.
Well, what do they show here? They show a big one and a small one. Big one on the inside.
Okay.
No, wait, their application. I said we got
Well,
the show
no,
thing.
because we're going to need those small ones for the bottom too.
Okay, so let's try the big one up top.
And how much different is that from the FLH? You know what I mean?
That's
the
the-
struts, the way the struts are.
Yeah, that's the point here. We're assuming, which again, never assume.
So, I mean, is this dealer's choice? You can have the valves front or back?
No, actually,
The fitting, they go forward, period.
no, I think you can have them forward or backward. It just you got to have the outside out. Is the biggest
Right,
thing.
right, yeah. I didn't know if this was actually had, so far in the design, a right and left or dealer's choice, you know?
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's bring that.
Big one on the bottom now too. On
Yeah,
the
but
inside.
let's bring it down and see where we're at with our.
I just did. Pull your shock down.
Oh, you want to pull it down?
Yeah, just pull the shock
Okay.
down. Let's just get a line
Stop
up
yelling
there.
at me.
Hey, it's what I do. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
My washer was a little rough.
See, I think that's going to be sticking in.
So,
Are you straight on your side, Mark?
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. There's a little swivel in here.
He will be. I'm going to need a little extra space, so I'm going to use the extra spacers that
Yeah,
we had in the
actually,
kit.
If we get all the way in there, it should look pretty good.
Okay.
So we have a big one on top on the inside, a small one on the outside
Yeah.
up top.
And you got that already?
You know, I don't
Let
know.
me get my top one in, make
It
sure
may-
we're both the same.
This
Here.
may pull in.
I had to get in. I needed an extra.
Bottom of this may pull in and put this fakakta.
What's that?
I said the way we have it set with this spacer, it looks like it may pull the bottom in and make it a little verklempt, you know? See what I mean? It's no longer straight up and down. As you tighten it, it's kicking the bottom in. Like, I wonder if we need a smaller spacer on top.
Which is possible. How far in you going?
I mean, there's quite a bit of threads in there.
Hold on.
Let's see.
You in front or back?
Back.
Right.
Yeah, the front was a little experiment. We were trying to move up the shocks for the
Yeah, it was kind of
11
cool,
and a
though.
half.
They look
Yeah.
straight up and down, more or less.
Yeah.
Huh?
Not we were talking about the different mounts for the shock.
Yep.
So goes in real nice. Make sure we're not having
So
any problems.
you welded the second set of bungs on?
Yeah. So I lied.
And
I
we're
did have
smart enough to leave the other ones, though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because I've been down that road before.
Oh.
You know what would be great?
Grind it off. Grind it off.
It's not great.
Yeah, no, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way.
Okay.
Okay, so we obviously had a bigger base. Your base goes all in, all good, right? So,
Yeah, he's
Where's
dead
your little
straight.
one?
what'd you use on the outsides over there?
Little ones.
Okay, and on the top, did you put the big washer back on, or we gonna try?
No,
to
I
cover
didn't.
it?
No
Leave it
big
off?
washer.
I'll take it off.
Okay, so we have a little one. Or
I
did
gave you
use
one.
Both of them. I already used that one.
I gave you one.
I already used that one. Stop yelling at me.
Okay. So you need the second one.
I need the outside bottom one. See, the kit's way easier than arguing all the time. You know what I'm saying? What do you got there?
Oh, the outside. I don't have an extra one of that.
What'd you do? That means you have 3 over there. Or 4 over there.
Oh,
Uh-huh. You want them all now.
yeah.
Hey, how about let somebody else play with the Legos, Jack? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
the problem is we have a little bit of an offset over here.
Well, all of a sudden, it's always about you.
Where's Pat?
Sorry, man. 5 different things happening here. I forget that life is still happening off this stage
No.
Okay.
somewhere.
So are you going to end up straight over there, or are you pitching?
I think I'm fairly. Weren't we straight, Jack? We were pretty straight. How about you give me a second and I'll let you know.
Hey, it's not like we have all time in the world up here.
So we're gonna leave this big ass washer on both sides.
Yeah.
We're taking it off.
Yeah.
I look pretty good over here. Chris, you want to take a look at it?
His
Yeah,
looks
we
great.
have an offset here. That's why I had made a spacer for it when we were using the coilovers, and I'm just going to use it again. I'm absolutely not allowed to say the F word, right?
Francis?
Lighten up, Francis. Got that, Jack?
Yep, sir.
Don't want to scratch Casey's paint. You
No,
get yelled
sir.
at. I'm not
Okay.
getting yelled at. Yeah, got it.
So,
Oh, that worked out real nice, Clark.
we're going to be down to
We're gonna stop playing very shortly.
the plastic tubing.
Down to what?
Just hurry up and do your side.
Hey now.
Look at that.
How you talk to a guy?
Entire air ride system put in 1/3 of one set from a band. Band's not even finished playing yet.
That's not bad.
Piecing it, no, not at all. And in a way that nobody's really ever done this before, because this isn't even set up for this. And he took a FL kit and turned it into a T-bike first. You know, the funny thing is, too, it's really not a bad-looking shock
Yeah.
if they were exposed.
Man, if we got the chrome cover on this and we talked about that, we might see what we can do when we get back home.
Okay,
So-
so let's go to the directions again.
Directions say there's a
Survey
cutter supplied.
says a wonderful little cutter they send you.
And a junction.
Okay, so obviously we need to run 2 lines down. You take that. We'll bring the cutter over. Should we be doing this on the other side?
Yeah.
Or does that camera work?
Yep.
Okay, let's go to the other side.
So, is that crooked?
Hey, you know, I think people that aren't supposed to be on it try to get on it, and they whack it all the time.
Okay, so we have our tube. We need to run.
So you guys might see on the side of the screen, one side or the other, from time to time, we roll up the social media comments, and I can't promise you in the live atmosphere like we normally do on Shop Talk, we're pretty interactive with those, but feel free to comment away. Someone will go back through those and make sure all your questions get answered. If it's something that we're doing really wrong that we might hurt ourselves and you're telling us, someone will run out of the back and they'll say, hey, dum-dum.
Too late.
Wow, nothing.
Too late.
Doesn't count unless it's on film.
Do we
Jack.
occasionally cut off and show
So,
everybody the
obviously-
lake and the beach?
Obviously, we need to get from the top of the shock, which, you know, like we were talking yesterday, they're like a shark bite. Little tube in there, you want in the center so it doesn't crush. So you push it in when you're ready, and when you're ready to take it out, you pull back on, pull on it, slide this piece forward, hose comes out. So we need to go from our safest place from here to the pump.
Go to my safe place. Did you just say that?
He did say safe place. There's actually a really nice hole in the fucking, in the tab up here.
Okay, so is this where we're gonna put our junction right here?
Well, yeah, we're gonna put a small line. Let me see what it says in the actual directions.
Here's the
before
junction.
we just do it our way.
I've never seen him read the instructions so much.
Hey,
Shocking.
we have to.
Shocking.
Don't we get yelled at?
It's shocking.
So we just go right from shocks to tubing, hardware specification, right air tubing to each shock and connect tubing, compressor, using supply, Y fitting. Obviously what they're doing is pay attention. Don't run your airline on your tire
On your belt.
Don't run it on your
On
belt.
your exhaust.
Don't wrap it around somebody's neck. You know what I'm saying.
Measure twice,
Let's-
cut once.
Common sense here, you know.
Look at this gold mine hole right here in the frame.
Oh, sweet
Right?
Jesus.
Oh, there
So,
it is.
yeah, we're down there. Chris is getting himself down to the Y.
Okay, you good
So,
there?
Yeah, you let me know where you need to be.
I'm saying right there is going to be good.
Okay, so do you have your Y down there?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to connect one end, and then we'll give you a 1-inch piece. So what I'm going to do is give him a piece of line.
Okay.
Sorry, Jack.
Oh, my bad.
So you can make this as long as you want to go from the pump into the Y.
Okay.
And this, the handy dandy cutter.
The dog thinks that I've made that first fitting too wide, and she'd like me to make it shorter.
It's enough from the cheap seats.
Okay, so I am now connected to the pump and the Y fitting.
Okay, so, and we have I wouldn't say you'd want to pull it tight, but, you want everything to be secure. We have a place to mount the T there and strap the T. So we're in pretty good shape with that. So I'm going to leave myself some space so that we can move en route and cut my line over here.
All I'm gonna do.
Just can't get the spot. Oops, damn it. Oh, there's another one.
Oh boy.
Jack has stage call.
Curse after curse after curse.
What do you think?
I think we're good.
Okay, so let me cut my line long, and then we'll run this one.
And then we're done with lines. We're doing lines up here on Greasy
doing-
Gear's Garage, which is something I thought I was done saying in life.
That's what I like about you. It's that silly sense of humor. Okay.
So Jack's up here. Every time he gets stage call, he's like, "Ooh!"
Okay, so here's our second line. I'm going to feed it all the way down there.
What's right there?
Oh, okay, well, there you go.
Yep.
So obviously we're going to hook up the second line. Keeping in mind, don't pinch anything. Don't raise it up and down. Make sure it's not going to
Yeah,
get
and
pinched.
you cannot raise and lower the suspension until the bike is under its own weight. That's the biggest thing it says in the instructions and the cautionary tales of people that didn't listen.
Right.
Okay.
So as long as we're happy with both sides
Yeah.
being hooked up. Now we, again, we have extra airline, bunch of airline left over, but this gives us the ability to find out where we want to secure the line to. Obviously, this is going to be our routing. Again, making sure that you're not rubbing against anything, or, do we want the seat? Will the seat pinch on that?
I don't know. I'm looking. You're
So,
stressing me out. What happened there?
What happened where?
We went from no mic to oh my god.
Oh boy.
So yeah, probably up in here.
So keep in mind, I left a long enough line there.
I get it out.
Yeah, it's gonna have to come straight through. Oh, almost. One more time. Nope. Hold up. Don't do my knife. There it is. Oh yeah, I see why it was there that time. Nope, it's going up. Give me 1 second. It's time for the pick. The favorite tool.
Sure. Yeah, please. I think, did Jack leave his mic on? Is that why we're getting feedback? There we go.
Oh boy, that Jack.
He just dropped the mic and walked away, Mark.
Did you say drop the mic?
Drop the mic.
Okay, let's give that a shot again.
Okay.
Nope, missed it. I'm having trouble seeing it.
We don't have to run it there. I just thought that would be.
Oh, it seemed like let me see that.
You got to turn your mic back on. I turned it off just because it was. Yeah. Yep. So.
Okay, so there
And we're back.
We got it through there now. So, if that's where you're happy with it, find somewhere to get it secured down, and we could come around and, that's going to be. So I'd say, and my suggestion would be secure from the bottom up, since we don't have this connected yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way, whenever you're all finished, whatever's left over,
You can
just
trim
cut
down
that
before
off.
you-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just running it inside along the rails and you're just going to cable tie it?
Yep, that's it.
Take out the slack as you go.
Seems to be the easiest way to run with it.
I'll leave that for Mark to cut because he's fussy, Jack.
So does the T end up directly in the middle? Does it matter if you end up at one side line, airline longer?
You know, I don't believe it does. Once there's pressure, I don't believe there's a volumetric efficiency to be achieved. How'd you like that shit? Huh?
You know, if anybody was going to have the answer, it would be you.
So look what we have over here. Obviously, this is the side we have the belt on, so we need to make sure that we're out of the way of the belt.
Yeah, and we got a hole right there that we can run a tie.
So, there's
You see it?
on the.
Right here.
There we go. So, like I said, making sure you're keeping the belt or the line away from the belt. We have a good inch there.
There's a couple gems of stock holes just in exactly the right
I
spot.
know.
That
Yeah.
one in the back of the battery box right there, is that the one you caught? It's like
Yep.
perfect.
Yeah, and I'm a good 2 inches from the belt now.
Bragger.
So if that line's gonna move, it's not going anywhere.
Oops, sorry, Bob.
Do you?
So, here's the line we have left.
Petoniak's not here 5 minutes with a brand new motorcycle. He's already got models.
Do you really eat? What are you going to cut off the tiniest little bit of that?
Yeah, I mean, we could leave it just like it is. We can cut off a ½ inch. For now, we're just gonna leave it like it is.
Well, and mind you, it swivels still at the top. There's that little bit of play. It's not
Yeah.
like really rigid mounted.
So, and you gotta make sure, see the little copper piece that moves right there? You
Yeah.
gotta make sure that it goes inside the pipe. So, all you gotta do is push it in, that's it, you're connected.
So now this gets sprayed. Your girlfriend's purse cuts it. You pull this back, that cuts out, slides right out.
Right. So, that's pretty much it. I wanna set the seat on it real quick to make
Take
sure.
a picture of this, Jack, because this is what we were supposed to do at the beginning, was take the battery off.
Yeah,
And when we do the tech tip in the magazine, we'll put
We'll
that in the
reverse that.
Yeah.
The beauty of editing.
Oh, you need in there,
It's
Mark?
funny.
well, you also have to take the battery out because the 2 wires go to it.
Yeah,
So-
but that's what I know. But
touch the electric till you need to touch the electric, you know what I'm saying?
good.
So, obviously we want to make sure the seat goes on, nothing's going to be in the way, and, we can see some seats have the sides that fold down, make sure your side's not going to rub along the wire.
Is that a song from the 60s? And the seat goes on.
That's the beat.
And the
You were
seat
close.
goes on.
And the seat goes.
Oh, yeah.
car.
Get some.
Hey now.
Race car.
Hey now.
It's awesome.
Okay, so you obviously know where you
wanna
want to
trim
cut. So, you're all lined up, you're happy where you're
I
at.
think so.
So, like I said, we're going to leave it a little long just for the point of, was you with the cutter?
I didn't
Somebody
do
stole
it.
the cutter. It was me.
Right there?
Yeah, that looks good.
Those crazy
Oh my God,
kids.
wonderful. That is wonderful.
Look how good I did with that. Okay.
And it's on record. Wonderful. You approved it.
When we go to connect this harness that comes with this kit, this is just general practice. Pull the fuse.
Just because.
Okay.
So yeah, we're pretty much, like I said, we still haven't fastened the wire we're fastened to under the tank, and then what we want to do when we're all done, we have a little bit of wire. We'll just pull it all up over everything, zip tie it along, find a place for the fusible link to go. Are we connected at the pump yet?
No. Does that have to be first?
I'd say let's do that. Let's slide it down to the pump, and then we'll zip tie it on the way up. And the last thing we'll do is connect it to the battery and put the fuse in and watch the bike blow. I mean, I hate whenever I say that.
Jesse right now is somewhere in South Dakota going, you bastards.
God, I hate you guys.
Take this shit seriously, man.
This is no joke. This is a real deal.
So just like we said earlier, 2 nice, easy Deutsch connectors at the bottom.
Yep.
Which,
Hello.
Deutsch,
Hello.
Deutsch. But that's going to make it nice and weatherproof at the same time, as easy.
Yeah,
Now we're up here with the wire.
far it's super simple. A couple zip ties now. Which
Super simple and solid as Sears.
Again, we
Yeah,
can't
we were
do
talking
that.
about that.
I keep messing that
How
up.
many guys, Rich, you remember that? You remember that from a kid, the old guys saying solid as Sears? Solid as Sears. If they told you something like, man, that frame's nice, it's solid as Sears.
I've never heard that phrase.
But now, you can't say it anymore.
As wonderful as Walmart.
Sears is, yes, wonderful as Walmart. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Lowe's took over. Lowe's took over all the Sears stuff, so it's like solid as Lowe's.
You never heard that. The old guys used to say that
never
all
heard
the
that
time.
either.
Hey man, that's solid as Sears.
Never heard that one either.
No.
Come on, Sears is where America shops. Shopped. Shopped.
Apparently, right?
Actually,
yeah.
no. I thought they were. I thought they were reorganizing, keeping
That's
some
terrible.
of that open.
Hey, listen, you know what's not a joke about that?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Okay, so another zip tie.
Did you guys ever order that? Weren't you
Hey, you
just
want
gonna
this
order
one?
it just to see what it was?
Yeah, we did. Last year, actually, we ordered it here and brought it on Shop Talk.
And when you took the airline away, oh, there
Yeah.
it is. I was gonna say you took the other bolt with you.
You're done with this, right?
What do you want? There's zip ties here. I
Hey,
got
now.
I got some pliers
Oh.
here. I got a lot of stuff going on
Hey.
over here.
Hey, again, you're talking to my guy over.
All right. Did you see the Captain America bike the kid brought? He's even dressed to match it.
Nice.
I know. I saw it. Sure, I almost saluted him.
I was saluting.
Saluta.
So pretty easy.
So far, so good.
So far, so
you
good.
took the cutters.
You know what I,
mean,
didn't? No, I gave you the cutters.
What, is there a hatred going on here I'm not a part of yet? Or?
What are you looking for?
Oh, look, they're right here. What are you, goofy?
Now he's yelling at me?
What's the matter with you, boy?
So we want to thank the Roadhouse for bringing us in here with Grease and Gears Garage all week. Like I said, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. Rich is going to be coming up later on here doing a CV carburetor bit.
Okay, so we have the
Look, he just
fuse
talks right
that-
over me.
What?
He doesn't do that to Pat, Jack.
What?
Yeah, at least Pat stands on the stage and doesn't have to run away and run back.
So we have a couple little setups up here. So I mean, all you got to do is find a good place to mount this thing.
We do chopper wiring, you know?
Yeah, which means just get it in place, get it close.
Your approval, we're going to lean away from water or not.
I'm thinking we're gonna lean because of the cold. Now, does anybody feel that the property
Okay.
in the last 5 minutes?
So that's looking good.
I'll come up. I'll come up.
I
as
got our
fast as I
wiring
can.
secured.
You know, that'll be our.
That'll be our new home for
Definitely
that.
no water.
Yep.
Okay, that's in good.
Yep.
And chaos ensues.
So all we now need to do is hook the battery up.
Okay.
So we have our negative, or our positive or negative, and this right here is the wire for the controller. So
Controllers in.
there's your negative. There's my positive.
Negative.
Negative, Captain.
Gotta see this thing jump before we run. Sort of hitting that
Oh,
full-blown
boy.
panic attack stage now, Chris. Wondering what I'm actually gonna do over there when I get over there.
What do you mean?
Well, it's 4 o'clock. It's normal wet tea time, and it's chilly and windy and cold, and there's not a lot of women here. and that's blast them with a hose. I probably not the good idea today.
Jack, do we need to do the wet T-shirt contest again?
I think we're gonna have you guys come in and do
Oh boy.
A demonstration.
A booty shake. That was a good idea, I think. With the
Demonstration. How to wet T-shirt
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
with jack shit.
How to twerk.
How to
so there you
Dude,
go.
I can't twerk. By law,
Wait,
I'm
you
not
missed
allowed
one.
to. I'm not allowed to twerk
Yeah.
because it's
I'm gonna go on.
not pretty.
Legally, I'm not allowed to be involved and stuff like that.
What's holding that monitor down? That is some crazy wind. We said how nice it was with
Hey.
the breeze. We weren't
Boy, are
expecting
we
hurricane
glad
force.
you're here.
Mandy's in the house and she brought that hairy bastard with her again.
Okay, so obviously,
Be
All
nice.
hooked up?
She's Greek.
everything's situated. Do we want to lower the bike down?
Yeah, we want to lower. We want to lower it, put it on its own weight. Like I said in the instructions, it specifically says, do not try to raise and lower a motorcycle without it being under its own weight.
He stole the adjustable wrench.
Now you can see what I'm talking about. Like that
Yeah.
thing has such a killer position when
Yeah.
it's down.
Looks like a German Shepherd. You know, the ass drags low with a Shepherd.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to lift up on it just to get the jack
Okay.
out. So
Ready?
This is how crazy your life is. You have to get a text that says "eat something soon." That's how hard. This is how hard this guy goes at it. He has to get messages from himself to eat something. Chris, it's Tuesday.
No,
Eat
because I'll
something.
totally forget. I'll
get
totally
it.
forget to
I
eat.
get it.
All right, so you want to drop it down?
that's up to you. We can leave it up in the air, drop down. We can take it to
All
your
right,
house.
right there. Hit it, baby. You gotta see this jump.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, we didn't put the fuse back in there.
I told you to put the.
Did you?
First,
You
take it
never
out.
paid any attention
Second,
to me.
forget to put it back in.
We're gonna have to go back and make sure that I told him.
It
to
was
put
laid on the
fuse in.
floorboard, wasn't it?
Hey, look.
What?
I'm so impressed that I'm starting to do responsible stuff like that.
Like what?
Taking the fuse out before I hook up electrical shit.
Really?
It's awesome, dude.
Here it
I am
goes.
the tiny acorn that becomes the mighty oak,
Here
Jack.
we go. Mighty Oak.
Okay, so
If
We're going up?
everything's right.
I can hear it. It's so powerful, it brought the whole lift up.
going down.
But is the bike going
It's
up?
vibrating.
There it goes.
And it's off.
And there you go. And look what? We have an hour and a half.
Yeah, if.
There's our Legend suspension, and that'll actually inflate and raise up to a full 13 inches, just like our original shock system.
And then drop it anywhere.
And the
along
beauty, yeah,
way.
the beautiful thing is, you can ride it there, you can drop it down a little bit, ride it there, or when you get to the parking lot, you can slam it. And that's it.
This way, when you get that big chubby girl that not as young as she
Hello.
used to,
We're back to that again.
Gotta,
Yeah,
get
right.
gotta get the leg over.
It's been talk of chubby girls up here this
Yeah,
weekend.
that's
Is
the
there really?
second time.
Listen, like I said, all we're going to do really to change when we get back home is we're going to take this, the wiring system, and we're actually going to take the handlebars apart and get it fished down underneath, and keep it all nice and hidden. But other than that, Legends Air Ride suspension, you saw how easy it
what's it
was in
run?
an hour and a half.
Yeah.
What's it run?
I think they're around 15,
Okay.
1,500. You get the whole kit and everything
Completely
out
different
the door.
motorcycle
Yeah.
when you're done.
So go check them out online. Check them out on social media. All of this will be appearing in Cycle Source magazine as a tech article. After it's in the magazine, it'll be on social media, blog, all that. I guess we're going to take a break here.
Well, I want to say thank you for letting me come up and
Oh,
hang
man,
out with
thanks.
you guys while I said
Jack,
it's
shit.
crazy
How-
here. It's
how-
crazy.
how
can you
great.
not? How
I
can
don't
you-
ever get to do this. I don't ever get to do this. So it was nice. It was to be back. I'm useless.
Absolutely.
I'm useless, but it's
No,
fun.
you
It's fun
did.
to
You
stick your
look.
hands.
Useless.
It's fun to stick your hands.
You
in
kept me
shit,
from fighting with Mark.
Nah, I don't believe it. The man's a saint. Off to my next duty. Wow. Laconia Roadhouse. Get your ass down here and party with us. It's Tuesday. Today's the easy day. From here on out, it's chaos. Stay tuned. Greasing gears. You never know what's coming. Technically, you do. Soft tail, sporties to hard tails, like
Yep.
from
Couple
every
air
end of the
rides,
spectrum.
little
Thank you guys.
carburetor.
All right, I
See you in a
gotta
little
go,
bit.
boss.